I've never seen a starlet or a riot or the violence of you. I am the autumn in the sky.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Cloud9 Intuitive. My name is Janine and I am here to do a collective reading for the new moon in Gemini, which is taking place on Saturday, June 17th at 9:37 p.m. Pacific time. Adjust for your time zone wherever you are in the world. I hope you guys are all doing well. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to anyone who's new here. If I happen to resonate with you as a reader, please do hit the subscribe button, hit the post notification bell so you know when I post. And if you're returning, welcome back. Thank you so much. I love you so much. Don't forget to thumbs up the video. Drop me a comment down in the comment section below. Gang to all the people who make it to the end. What else do I want to say? There will be an extended for this over on Patreon, so if you're interested in joining us over there, we would love to have you. I do a host of other readings over there as well. My calendar is open for personal readings through the end of July. If you want a personal reading, my calendar will only be open through the end of July, and then starting in August, for at least the month of August, the only people that I will be doing personal readings for are my Patreon supporters and people who are subscribed to the North Star or Access packages. And all of the information for that is on my booking site, the link for which is in the description box below. So all that stuff out of the way, I'm excited about this new moon in Gemini. I got a chance to hang out recently with one of my favorite Geminis, and she just reminded me of all of the beautiful aspects of Gemini energy that are kind of like counter to my personality a little bit, but she really inspired me just with like to be like more jovial and social and curious. So I've been like spending more time out and about, and just having like, casual, friendly conversation, getting to know the people in my neighborhood on my Mr. Rogers and like really just appreciating thoughtful conversation lately. So it's been active, but not necessarily busy, and I really appreciate the energy. This new moon promises a lot of that, a lot of like just a good feeling. Have some fun is what I want to say. Have some fun. There's a lot of other stuff going on in the sky. So if you can find the lighter side of the Gemini energy, the lighter side of the twins, I think that you will really be able to find a sweet spot here. So yeah, there's a lot of other stuff going on in the sky. We've got Venus and Leo that's happening right now, and then we've also got this new moon squaring Neptune, which could just cause a little bit of cloudiness. I'm also like feeling like overdoing it overdoing it in some capacity. It could be like overindulging or just like overselling something or something like that, you know what I mean? But it's just like this energy requires a little bit of temperance. Temper your desires, temper your just think twice. They're playing maybe we ought to think twice before we start something nice. So so think twice before you leap into anything, okay? What else do we have? 11 hours before the new moon, we've got Saturn stationing retrograde in Pisces, which is really asking us to revisit recent lessons in relationships, whether that be business, family, our relationship to ourselves, romantic relationships, our relationships to our friends, but really asking in what ways have we been challenged in our one-on-one relationships, our interpersonal relationships, to grow and to show up differently, and really try to like spend some time integrating those lessons. And also, it can't be understated that Saturn is the sky god that bears the fruit of karma. So we might see some sort of karmic repercussions coming down here. I think Saturn moved into Pisces officially in March, when I say early March, March 7th or something like that. So it's a good April, May, June. So we've got a good like 3-month time span. Saturn's going to be moving backwards, and then it'll be retrograde until November. So lots of time for things to play out, and for lessons to be learned, and for karma, good, bad, beautiful, or ugly, to be reaped. So yeah, let's just, if you could just remember at this time though to lean into that lighter side of the Gemini energy, all of this will go so much more smoothly. Don't get carried away, don't get swept away, and resist the urge to escape. I'm getting a lot of like urge for escapism, whether that be like daydreaming your life away, or like again, like overindulging in something in a way. It's showing me the devil card, so yeah, overindulging in some sort of codependency or something like that. But like, just make sure you stay present, ground your vision in like that lighter Gemini energy, and more like of that thoughtful and intentional, purposeful energy. Okay, all right, let's get into a reading here. It's 7:11 when I looked at the clock. Hey. So let's go. Messages for the collective for the new moon in Gemini. Ooh. Ooh. All right, that's 3. I'll take them. What have we here? We've got a fork in the road. So time to make some decisions, or really, I think this is really about like assessing the lessons, assessing all of the new information that's been gathered, and then making a decision from that place. It feels like there's been some sort of pause to like sort of like almost come back to self here. Ending karmic cycles and being and having to like spend time sort of rejuvenating, like they're saying putting the pieces back together in some sort of way, so that like it's almost like something got shattered, baby, or like a plan got foiled. I mean, it could be anything from like a plan being foiled to like a relationship or a vision or something like that being shattered, right? And then having to sort of like go back to the drawing board and see sort of what's left there, and then make decisions from like, okay, here's what I still have, or here's what I still know, or here's what like I still can see as like a possibility or a direction that I can see going from here, or something like that. But that took time. It took time to get there. But then you have like Treasure Island. So now you know where you're going. Now you know what the direction that you go in for success. You know the direction that you can go in where you will find fulfillment, where there will be pleasure, where it will feel like home. Turtles always are like home to me, where things will feel like home. They're saying the name Elliot. I don't know. Elliot could be important. Elliot could be an important name for somebody. And like, almost like remembering how unique you are and special you are, despite whatever has been shattered or despite whatever didn't work out, what caused a delay or like a necessary pause. Despite that, you still like have so much to offer. But it was like a matter of like having to find that again, and then like having like to embody it. Thank you. There's 3. Slow down and notice your surroundings. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Like, active but not busy. You know what I mean? There's something about like stopping and smelling the roses here. And I think like you've been paused. You've been paused, and now that you know the direction that you want to go in, it's like, okay, be patient. Slow down. Take your time here. There's no need to rush. You are just now getting to a point of recalibration with your inner compass. Like directionally it's pointed the right way now, or it feels like it's pointed in a way that feels like viable, a promising path, a hopeful path, full of potential. Wow. Yeah, full of potential. So like it's like that's the way that you're facing now, but it's like, okay, take a deep breath. Be aware of your surroundings, be aware of your resources, your internal resources and your external resources. And then you can start moving forward to achieve what you desire. That's what this card says. It says full potential, achieve what you desire. 13, 46, 9, 23. You could be saying 999 a lot. I have a lot of 9s out here. 444, 44. The jackal. This is like the death card for me. The equator, to make equal. This is Libra energy, quality, balance, and then transformation. Yeah. Thank you. You're coming through this process here of like change. Like things have changed possibly dramatically in your life, number one. Or they're like about to, or you're like in the middle of some sort of change, right? And it's like, okay, stay balanced here, because what's happening is that you will be able to gain some better equilibrium to move forward. It's almost like there's either too much excitement, or there's too much anticipation, or there's for some of you there's too much fear or something like that. So it's asking you to find that point of balance and center your next steps in truth. Center your next steps in your truth, in the truth of, what you see as like the end game here, Treasure Island, what you see as the reward, right? So anchor your next step in understanding what that truth is, and then also understanding your transformation. A lot has gone on here. In order, like, which caused this pause, this necessary pause, so that you could take stock. Really understand the way that you've been changed by the series of events, because it's like it's changed the way that you look at the world. It's changed the way that you look at yourself. It's changed the way that you look at your future, and sort of what you value, right? What's actually in your treasure chest now. You know what I mean? You're going after different things. You want different things. It's time for different things. Okay, let's go. Messages for the new moon in Gemini. This is like you've had time to think about this. You really have. And like, so now it's like before you make the next move, it's like you don't just dive in and write an entire dissertation. Like you don't, like, you plan it first, right? You have like an outline, or like, I don't know, some note cards or something. I don't know. I never wrote a dissertation, but it's like it's not just something that you like freehand. You understand what I'm saying? And so like this shift, this change, this new way of understanding, seeing, and moving about in the world, it's not something that you it's not something that you should rush into, that you should freehand here, or that you should like it's like overly like optimistic about like, oh, everything's gonna be great, I'm just gonna go forward, blah, 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 blah. Like, take your time, really plan it forward, because if you want to get to the treasure chest, what you truly value, it requires intention. Intention is everything here. Intention that's grounded in truth, what actually is, and not like this like vision of grandeur that's not based in reality. The Tower card. A lot has happened here. That's what I'm saying. A lot. But as quickly as everything sort of like disintegrated or changed, or like your life changed in some way, you know what I mean? As quickly as that happened, that's as quickly as like as you get to the treasure, right? It happens just as fast. You have the Tower and the Nine of Cups. It happens just as fast for you. For some of you, you had to move suddenly. For some of you, you like were like being really stubborn about something, and you wound up losing it. Like, it wound up working against you. I don't know if you were trying to like call someone's bluff or hold out or something, but it wound up working against you. But it's like, now it's like, okay, that pause right there, lesson learned, and now just as quickly as whatever it was like left or shattered or fell apart, it's just as quickly as the beautiful thing comes into your life, right? Six of Cups. As you find yourself in realignment, as you're getting some sort of like ancestral gift perhaps handed down to you, or at least even like an understand, like again, there's this new understanding here, like emotional understanding. They're giving me emotional understanding, King of Cups, right? There's They're saying take this moment now, because it's like you have like the intellectual understanding of what's happened in the past. It's like, okay, I get it. I get why that had to happen. Understand the lesson. I get the lesson, but let the lesson change your heart. Let the lesson change your heart. That's the gift here. That's the gift here, and that's what's going to make it different moving forward. That's what's going to lead you home here. Yeah, some of you had been going like almost like you'd been going like full steam ahead on towards something or someone that was just like disingenuous. It could have been like a job opportunity that turned out to be a scam for some of you, something like that. Or a person who was like, you could have got Riz. Like you could have got somebody came in with the Riz and got and had you thinking it was one way when it really wasn't that way. Something like that. You know what I mean? Like you could feel like you got played or something like that. But again, everything is always working out for you, right? And so like everything is always working out for all of us. And so you didn't really get played, right? You got redirected toward home, redirected toward the treasure. Your what you're working toward got was shifted almost. You know what I mean? Like you realize like, oh, well, you know, that wasn't the right opportunity. That wasn't the right person. I don't really want to work toward whatever that person was doing or whatever that thing was anyway. I'm after something else. And now the vision is clarified, right? The vision is clarified. You've got to ground it. You have also the Queen of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Interesting. Complete emotional balance. Yeah, just feel into this moment here to like nourish and nurture and like be like sort of tender with yourself so that you can allow your heart to also change, your heart to be regenerated and transformed. Look at this. For your heart to be regenerated and transformed here for this next phase, for the next movement. Which like because the next phase, the next movement, the shift here requires like this emotional maturity. It requires this emotional maturity. It also requires you to think before you speak. Here too. And it's not like this is not me saying like sit inside and wait and just be like woe is me and wait for something to come into you. That's not it at all. This is like the pause is meant to be like, again, you can like, you still need to like be circulating energy, circulating joy, like that's something that needs to continue to happen, right? Because like once you lean into that, like that jovial, like I'm talking about, like getting to know your neighbors and having those like casual conversations and good morning, how you doing? Like all that stuff. Like I know I don't love it. But right now it actually feels like it is raising the vibration in a really important and easy way. And I think like, so remember that, like, I'm not like, this is not me saying like, oh, you got to wait inside until you get some like sort of divine cue to move forward. No, this is me saying like, get out there and circulate the energy of joy and raise the collective vibration so that like it helps to even further clarify the path at of the way in which you should go at this fork in the road. I met this young man. I met this young man who told me that it. What did he say? What did he say to me? He's like, oh yeah, it's a great day to feel great. And he just kept saying it's a great day to feel great. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, it's a great day to feel great. You're right. Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like the more you embrace that energy of feeling great and spread it around, the closer it gets you to the treasure island, the things that you truly value, now. Clarifying that pathway forward, leading you in the direction that you should go. And away from the things that cause you stress and anxiety. Yeah. So there's like there's a level of there's a level of dreaminess to it, but really it's like rooted in this clarity. That's what, like, you need the clarity. You need the clarity of mind and like emotional clarity as well as you're moving forward here. Anything else? Anything else before I wrap it up here? Ooh, okay, we'll take them. King of Wands at the bottom. The Hanged One in the reverse. Yes. The High Priestess. Yeah, there's a level of enlightenment here. And then the Ace of Cups. There's this is beautiful. There's enlightenment and sort of knowing you've been let in on some sort of like the collapse of whatever sort of collapsed for you also like opened up some sort of like door to healing or door to enlightenment, revised perspective. And it's like okay, putting all of that stuff together, and then also coming into this beautifully emotionally full and balanced energy here. To bring you into divine alignment with the ultimate goal, the new goal. It feels like it's changed. It feels like the end game is like shifted, it's changed a little bit. It might be similar. It might have like a similar tint, but it's not the same. It's definitely not the same. Okay, let's go ahead and get a shaman's dream. Somebody said how long? I don't know. 9 days from whenever you watch this. 9 weeks or in September. Probably in September. I mean, yeah. Something like that. 999. You could be seeing 999 a lot. I have so many nines out here. It's actually pretty phenomenal. Message for the collective. To wrap this reading up, please. Ooh. The hollow bone, teachability. Yes. Thank you. Being open to the changes, being open to the information, and allowing that to also reshape your heart. As it reshapes your philosophy, as it reshapes your plans, your vision, allow it to reshape your heart so that you can stay in divine alignment. Okay, let's go. 28. 28, breaking down into a 10. A cycle is over. A cycle has completed. The hollow wing bone of an eagle is a flute for the shamans. The appearance of the hollow bone invites you to become empty of your notions of who you are, to check your ego at the door, and to know that this is not about you. Relinquish your need to be right and to express an opinion, as this will not change anything right now. You are being called to practice humility. Hollow yourself out and hear the wind blow through you and play you like a flute. You will learn the language of the squall and the storm and understand the message in the summer breeze. There is an important communication waiting for you. Humility is the swiftest path for you to become like hollow bone. Drop all notions and titles that bolster your ego. Eliminate the doer and allow things to happen of their own accord. Remember that you can accomplish most anything if you are willing to let someone else take credit for it. Hollowbone has come to caution you to believe only 50% of what others think and only 10% of what you think. Trust your experience, not what you have read in sacred books or holy texts. This will allow you to turn apparent danger into opportunity. Remember that you are an insignificant grain of sand in the scheme of life, and as important as the brightest sun. Listen, it's whatever is over, whatever has ended, whatever has fallen down, like don't hold on to it out of ego. And don't keep yourself stuck in that space out of ego. It's changing, it's shifting, it's crumbling to bring you closer to this new set of values that you've established. It's time to embrace them. It's time to embrace them. Hold them in your heart. Okay. That has been the message. I really hope that it resonated with someone out there. I am going to go over to Patreon now and do the extended. So if you're coming over there, I will see you over there. If you got this far in this reading, drop me like some sort of like treasure, gold bar, gold stars, gold. I want all the gold. Give me gold in the comments. And if this is where we leave things, please know that I am sending you so much love, so much peace, so many blessings, and I'll see you in the next one.